we've invited the victim of one of your misdemeanours to hole up in person in our confessional booth. But who could it be? And which one of you is going to have to apologise? I can't find the clues. Lou, have you got the clues?
I haven't got any clues. Am I supposed to have the clues?
I don't know.
I've got them, Mel.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Thank you very much. It's lovely. Lovely to see you again. That's lovely. Yep, still smells of prawn cocktail crisps. That's great. OK.
Is there money in the budget for me to have a special super fan?
I'm genuinely quite scared of him. Now, team, could it be the victim of some very nautical behaviour? Could it be somebody committing a crime at the pantomime? Or Ruby's newbie booby? Nish, your apology, please.
OK, if it's this person, they probably would be in their rights to punch me in the face. Here's the thing. In 2005, I joined a sketch comedy group at my university.
Of course you did.
Because I was trying to kiss some ladies. I didn't find any of them at the debating club.
Nish, what is this, by the way?
That's the Portaloo action. But there were two other people.
I went to university in Durham, which is a very beautiful city, but it's on a river, and there's a bar called Jimmy Allen's, and you can come out the back of Jimmy Allen's and you just be on the river. And we'd been drinking probably for about 4 or 5 hours at this point. Oof. And we got out and we decided that we were going to go in the river. And so one of my friends is actually a very respected academic. I will maintain his anonymity.
Let's call him the Professor.
Let's call him the Professor. The other two are comedians, so fuck them. Tom Neenan was there and Ed Gamble was there. And so the four of us were all going in the river. So we stripped down to our underpants, and the only way to get into the river was by jumping on a boat. And so Tom and the Professor jump on the boat and then jump into the river. And then me and Ed Gamble, we jump onto the boat and jump into the river. And there's a moment where you're in the river where you're like, well, we're just in the river.
Is it sort of Nish out of water?
Thank you, Lou Sanders. Thank you. That's why we pay the bucks.
So after about a minute of just everybody freezing, Tom and the Professor get back on the boat and then jump back onto dry land. Me and Ed jump onto the boat and then the boat sank. It was a tiny little rowboat that was designed for tourists to go up and down the river. And then the next day, I went back and the boat was just like that. It was completely destroyed.
So you want to apologise to somebody for wrecking their living?
Someone in the Durham area...
Lost their living that night.
Well, I lost one of their 3 boats. So lost only a third of their living.
It doesn't feel like an apology.
Someone had heard that if you go in the river, you could get Weil's disease that you get from rats.
Rats' urine. It's not funny, Weil's disease.
It's not funny.
Does it hang out or no? That's something else.
Oh, that's piles! Vials and piles.
The grapes of wrath.
I've got the grapes of wrath, big time. Massive grapes wafting in the breeze. My name's Mel Giedroyc. They call me Mel Giedroid. They're so bad. No, they are. Ruby, can we have your big sorry, please?
So when I got pregnant, I married my husband because I had 1 egg left. 1 egg coming down the pipeline. So I got pregnant, but I didn't read the manuals. You know, you're supposed to read that thing. And my waters broke, actually, in an Indian restaurant on a man next to me, because it was a bench, and I went, surf's up. Anyway.
Ruby, do you know what a Ruby Murray is?
Oh, it's a curry.
No, it's Andy Murray's auntie.
What the fuck was that? What in the name of God did I just sit through?
So I go to the hospital, I know nothing. They gave me...
Wait, that's not the person you want to apologise to.
No. So they give me a cesarean because, you know, I still want to do my blow the ping pong ball act. You know, I got a career. he's born, and I knew nothing. I'm in a room with a woman, and I don't know what to do, so I keep waking her up at night and saying, when there's like, what's the stuff?
Yeah.
What's all the skin on his, I didn't know anything. And at one point, I really didn't want to have my breast touched. So she was milking hers, and I kind of put him near her breast. And then she woke up and she said, I want her out of here. So I said to the nurses, no, it's okay, because I thought they recognized me from television. I don't need my own room. I'll share with her. And they said, no, she wanted you out of there. I apologize to that woman.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ruby. On to Ruben.
Yeah?
Who do you want to apologise to and why?
Well, I guess I didn't realise I had to apologise to Jamiroquai or possibly a still from the Kennedy assassination. In my earlier days, I did panto, and I had a panto dame who was really lovely, and she had this moment where the panto dame comes out with a big tray of sweets and starts throwing sweets to the kids.
Yeah.
And you get a bit mischievous in car, so I sometimes would find little pranks to play, and one of the things I did was I'd put funny things on the bottom of the tray, like
Lovely.
little photos of us.
Lovely.
So I was going to make this person laugh, so one time I just put a photo on the bottom of the tray and covered it all up with sweets, and when she came out to throw the sweets, the photo was revealed, and it was a photo of me with one of the candy canes up my bum.
Listen, I was actually at that performance. I thought the candy cane was covered in chocolate.
Was it the hook side or the... No. Because I don't understand. No.
So I had to go another step further, and look, I'm Australian. I don't really know your history, so I don't know how this is going to go. So I put a photo of Myra Hindley's headshot on the tray and covered it up.
I've actually frozen.
And
The first time ever.
that's the reaction I was frightened of. And of course she comes out and goes, hello, kitties, and starts throwing it off and reveals things. Goes, oh, that's enough sweets for today.
Wow.
No.
So the mention of the MH words, that's a wrong gong, which is very bad, but also very good because you get extra points.
Ruben, I've got a pantomime joke. Where's Russell Brand's career? It's behind YouTube.
Oh, Myra Hindley is like your prank. She's very Moorish. Now, that's actually worse, isn't it, team? Somebody's actually going like that. I'm going to wrong gong. No, you wrong gong me. I didn't need to say that. It's awful. Wrong gong me, and do it here as well. Wrong gong me. Come on. Wrong gong me. Wrong gong me. Thank you. I didn't need to say that.
Wow.
I never thought I'd see a show where somebody's hemorrhoid got popped. Ever.
Actually, they're bad at the moment, Ruby. They're bad.
She makes me a creamer on the break.
God, we are a long way from Bake Off.
Time to find out who the mystery guest is. Who is in the booth? Is it a boat owner here to give you a bollocking, a dame to give you a dame good hiding, or somebody who's not mad about your breast behaviour? Time to reveal our mystery guest. Come on, guys. Who's it going to be? Who is it? No one knows. Literally, blank faces all round.
Well, he's looking at Nish and he's pointing to his T-shirt.
No! It's you! Fuck it! Was it your boat that got...
Yes.
Oh, God. Paul,
Yes.
you remember Nish, of course.
Not really.
Paul, it was a dark, dank night in Durham.
Yeah, but I wasn't there.
Oh,
It's his boat. Are you listening?
But where were you?
In bed, I think.
Yeah, it would have been like midnight. It would have
Why
been
weren't you guarding the boat, Paul?
He doesn't
Yeah,
sit
this
there
is your
watching
fault,
his boat.
Paul.
Sorry. No, OK, so you weren't there. Nish, over to you, my friend.
so sorry. What happened? So the next morning you came down and found just one of
Oh,
the...
yeah, I came down and, like, the first thing we saw was one of the boats sank, and it was just the start of the day. Just the start of the day, never mind. Then we had to get in another 3 or 4 members of staff to pull the boat out.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
How much do you think he owes you now with inflation?
Yeah.
Thousands.
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 Yeah.
Tens of thousands.
Nish said earlier in the show that if you were to meet the person who owned the boat, they would probably want to punch your face.
Oh. Yes.
Paul, are you a man who feels the need to plant his fist?
No.
Thank God. Thank God.
That is amazing.
Well,
do you want to slap him?
Well, yeah.
In a way, I'm genuinely thrilled to meet you because I have wanted to apologise to you for nearly 20 years. So, officially, on behalf of myself and Ed Gamble, I am genuinely sorry.
Oh, that's really nice. Please give it up for Paul. Thank you, Paul. It's round 2, and we have plonked a person inside our truth booth. This person is connected to one of our panel and deserves a ruddy apology. I'd like to hear each of you explain, OK, who you think it could be. Now, to help trigger a memory, here are some clues. Was Fern a fun guy to be with? Was Jordan a TIT in the VIP area? And who framed Foxy Rabbits? Right, let's start with you, Jordan.
All right, so on the last night of my first ever tour with Rizzle Kicks, I was like 19, I think, or 20, and our last show was in Bristol, and we were asked to go to this club. We get given this top VIP area, free alcohol. That time, you know, to us, free alcohol was still like, what the fuck? Like, if it's free, just drink all of it.
I'm still like that. I'm 55. If there's a free snack in town, I'm there.
Unfortunately, our tour manager also thought the same, and he also drank all the alcohol, which you're not supposed to do if you're a tour manager. And we've asked our friend to go and get some girls from the club and ask them if they want to come up to VIP. I know, it's so cliche, isn't it? It's so cliche. And then I was talking to this one girl, and then these 3 guys come over, and they're like, oi, why are you talking to my girlfriend? And I'm like, I didn't know that was your girlfriend. And then he was like, yeah. And then I was like, do you want to talk to your boyfriend? She was like, no. And I was like, oh, this is a drama. You guys just have your drama. And then he gets thrown out the VIP. And then I don't speak to her again in the night. And that's kind of it, right? We leave the club, and I thought, fuck, I forgot my jacket. So I quickly run back into the club. Yeah. As I come back out, the boyfriend of the girl is mouthing off to someone. And because I'm drunk, and I swear to God, I meant this in a nice way, I said to the guy, I hope you found your girlfriend, mate. And he hadn't. So he turned around and was like, oh, you pop stars, you think you're all this, and da-da-da-da. Starts pushing me. And I was just said to his mate, like, listen, if you keep pushing me, I'm going to give you a little slap because you're kind of pissing me off. And then I gave him a little slap, and a police car drove past. I was very cold, so they were like, you know, we need to take you to the station. And I was like, well, is the car warm? Yes. So I just got in the car voluntarily. But my tour manager, who was out of his fucking mind, was banging on the police car window going, no, he's got to do Radio 1 Live Lounge tomorrow. And I had to sleep in a cell overnight as well because I was drunk. But I was in Bristol, so I felt a little bit like I was in Hot Fuzz.
I'm going to put you under arrest, my lover.
But then my entire tour management got fired the next day.
Hang on, so your tour manager, the one who drank all the alcohol...
All I'm saying is, in tour management, like, one of the main things you have to do is make sure your artists don't get arrested.
It's normal for us single celebs. I'm always, wherever I go, like if I go to the post office, I'm like, round up a few of the fellas for me. It's just...
No, but listen, it sounds... Can I say...
I know we do.
I tell you what, Jordan, I've had some pretty crazy times on tour.
Yeah?
Was this Bake Off?
No, it was Calendar Girls. I was with Patricia Hodge.
Here we go.
Don't mess with Pat when she's on a night out.
Patty Hodges.
Patty Hodgie. We got into some trubs deep down in the tea shop. And I got a little bit fisty with a lady selling poppies.
Earl Grey will do that to you.
Anyway, very, very good, Jordan. Fern, I'd like you please to dig deep into the sorry quarry. Who do you need to apologise to and why?
I think it would be my boyfriend. I went to Thailand for the first time this year with my little brother. My brother was insistent on taking magic mushrooms. I'm very against hallucinogenics. But then my brother took them and said, it's a therapeutic experience, man. You'll see a spirit guide. I have one called Steve.
That's my spirit guide as well. I can't believe he's cheating on me!
That by the final night, I was like, right, I'm gonna take these mushrooms. It's not drugs, it's a spiritual experience. As soon as they kicked in, I picked up a local stray cat and told it that it was gonna be my spirit guide. And the cat was talking to me. He said, Fern, sometimes I'm just a cat. Basically, all my uptightness melted away and I started to dance on the beach in my pyjamas. And then I saw some fellow party goers waving torches around, so I did the thumbs up to them and kept dancing. And then my brother, who wasn't on anything that night, as he came back into the driveway, there were lots of Thai police cars there. And the people that I was doing the thumbs up to were the Thai police. Then the happy bit passed and things got really bad. No. This has happened a couple of times when I've had bad drug experiences, is I worry that I'm going to get arrested and then I try and phone the police on myself. But I always do this by texting 999 to my boyfriend. So I text 999 to him and then I text help me with lots of E's.
What, were you on E?
No, just, you know, you text help me.
Okay, so you want to say sorry to your boyfriend who has basically put up with a whole shitload of drug-induced nonsense.
Yeah, and he doesn't take any drugs.
I can't think of anything worse as the partner of somebody about to do a psychedelic trip than getting a text like an hour later saying 999 help me.
Yeah,
that's literally the worst case scenario.
I've got to say, gang, I fell in with some druids. And I took mushrooms, but unbeknownst to me, because it was in a jar of honey.
Brilliant.
So I was like Pooh Bear. I was just shoveling the honey in, and then, gang, oh my, the doors of perception were very much open for business. It was, my brother-in-law turned into a goat.
Yeah,
and I started worshipping him as the great god Pan. So I was down on all fours saying, oh, Pan, we worship you. It went on for days.
Oh.
I'm never doing that again.
I once took a mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it a shiitake mushroom?
Yeah. We made a little risotto. I got persuaded when I was very young, traveling in the Amazon, and I went and did this thing called ayahuasca in the jungle, and I didn't know what it was. And I did ayahuasca, drank this thing, and for, honestly, 8 hours, I thought I was a truffle pig.
Guys, I took a load of heroin once and killed a man.
Okay, so Fern wants to apologise to her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Jordan wants to apologise to his
TM.
ex-TM,
Yeah.
aka tour manager, if you're not in the biz. Jamie, who's your apology to, and why?
Our next-door neighbours had a rabbit, and we were looking after the rabbit for the weekend, and on about the Sunday night, I felt bad because we kept locking the rabbit in the cage. So I decided, I said, well, we should let the rabbit have its freedom.
Totally.
So I left the cage open, and when we came back in the morning, it had been killed by a fox, and I didn't know what to do. We thought about buying a new rabbit that looked like the same one, but in fact, I just made a little break into the actual cage, so it looked like the fox had broken in. And I never told my neighbour.
I know what you mean, because one of my friends once asked me to look after her goldfish when she was away, and then I ended up sleeping with her brother.
Oh.
So it's tricky, you know?
I'm assuming, Jamie, that you do want to apologise. to the fox?
I want to apologise, not to the neighbour, to the fox.
To the fox?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a little fox sitting right here.
Now, let's all just put our eyes in the direction of the confessional booth. Is it a ticked-off tour manager, a panicked partner, or is it just an actual fox? Please reveal yourself.
Oh, fuck.
Steve, you are Jordan's former tour manager.
Yeah.
I've got to say, you look very tour manager.
I was going to say I could tell because he always wears his fucking collars like that.
When the collars pop, the panties drop.
Please, all we know of you is that you were hanging on to a police car.
I don't remember that bit. So we did this show, finished early, and went to this club, and the balcony upstairs was not open to the public, so they gave us this balcony. We got pretty steaming pretty quick, didn't we?
Yeah.
But your mate kept going down into the club and finding the hottest girls. So we had our own little club going on upstairs.
Sure.
So we got outside, and there was a bit of a scuffle with you and one of the lads, wasn't
Do you
there?
remember the police car, Steve?
I remember the police, yeah, because he grabbed me, you know, and they grab you, and then if you do that, then they do you for assault. So I just put my hands up and went, assault! And he let go of me.
That's what the women in the club were doing as well.
So I do remember, actually, yeah, you got stuck in the car. They took him away. I was like, shit, we're doing the Teen Awards the next day at Wembley.
Oh, the Teen Awards.
Yeah.
This is good as well, Steve. Can I just say, that's
Like that
excellent.
one?
That's excellent. Pure TM.
Yeah.
Steve, what an absolute ruddy legend.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Steve.
Big up to Steve.
He's amazing. Lou, maybe you could do us all a solid.
Here, in front of everyone.
Tell us who's in the lead at this point of the show, Lou.
OK, so this week, Mel...
Just stop oil! Just stop oil!
Oh, God, no. Look, it's a really good cause. I'm really behind it and everything, but I do need to give everyone their scores. It's quite important.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, OK, I think we all want to know, yeah.
Yeah, OK, great. So, in the lead, so scores, we've got Jamie...
Just stop scores! Just stop scores!
Oh, that is really important. That's important. Yeah. Sorry, no scores today. Some things are more important.
Yeah, well done. On your side, sister.
Yeah.
On your side. Very strong. It's time to move on to the next round, where we drag some unsuspecting victim into our truth booth. Their identity will be kept a secret, and our panel must try to work out if they owe them an apology. To help you out, here are some clues. Is it the spawn of the devil, a Pratchett hatchet job, or a wannabe bridesmaid? Lucy, your big sorry, please.
I need to say sorry to a very, very good friend of mine, Gemma. Basically, she had an amazing wedding. It was like a dream. She had like the big floaty dress and she was getting married in like a lovely like old hall. And being like one of her best friends, she came up to me and said, I've got something to ask you. And I just knew she was going to say, would you be chief bridesmaid or, you know. And I was getting all prepared and she said, would you just read a short poem? And I started to think it's because she's tall and she only wanted tall bridesmaids.
Or she might have heard about you eating cat shit.
I was really upset about it. So I said yes. I made up a short poem and read it out at her wedding.
Yeah.
And it just said, there are people dying, wars being fought, families being torn apart, but you just enjoy yourself.
Strong. Katia, who do you owe an apology to? Oh, dear.
It's the head tilt for me.
OK, so you won't believe this, right? But I'm 42, OK?
My what?
I know.
Do you know what's unforgivable? The audience not gasping at that.
I know.
Yeah, that was a gasp.
That's all right, because they're all... Anyway, sorry for the digression.
Come on.
So when I was growing up, this kid who was a big bully took my wellies, right, and filled them with tadpoles. Yeah, right. And I thought, I'm not having this.
That's
you must
criminal.
think I'm a dickhead, bro. So I went and I got him, and the pond was in the middle of like the playground, and I took him to where it was, and I just held him down. And he had... I was young, you know. I was about 4 or 5, bro.
You were in reception?
Yeah, bro.
And you held his head?
I held his head, and he had a mullet, and it was just going like this.
Can I just say, that's 2 people from her stories now that are now dead.
It's that kind of show, it's a bit of fun.
Like, they ripped me off of him. I just remember them shouting and going, she's gone crazy! And then they called my mum, innit? And my mum was like, why Fatiha every day? Just like, and then she went, let's go home and watch Dale Winton.
Whatever you say, Fatia. Whatever you say, Fatia, is fine with us. Don't anger her, guys. Yeah. Rylan.
It was when I was at secondary school. Our drama teacher, who we absolutely loved, genuine name Miss Cockaday.
Was that a rule she lived by?
You'd have to ask her. We were doing a sort of Year 9 production, and her favourite author was Terry Pratchett. So we were doing a show called Guards, which is one of his plays. And I was playing the lead role in this. Of course it was, hello. And so me and my friend James, one morning, thought it would be really funny to play a little trick on her. We went up to her and went, Miss Cockaday, you're never going to believe what's happening. She went, what? We went, Terry Pratchett's coming to town. She went, what? And we were like, Terry Pratchett is coming to Swan Libraries on the High Street on Thursday.
Believable.
Her eyes filled up.
With tears?
With tears. She was going, oh my God, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go. She had one chance to meet him. Like, and how crazy that we're doing Guards at the minute. Maybe he could come and see it. Could you imagine he comes to see her? Me and my friend go, what we like. Thought nothing of it. And we thought we'd tell her later on. After lunchtime, you go back to your form and you do register.
Yeah.
And sometimes at lunchtime, there's like notes that go in the form pigeonholes. My form tutor read out a note and said, oh, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 my name included. On Thursday, you've been excused from periods 1 to 4 because you're in the drama play, and the head of drama, Mr. French, the scariest man alive, has found out that Terry Pratchett is coming to town. Has called the head teacher, Dr. Lloyd. You can imagine, I went to Hogwarts. Basically, that it had been arranged, all letters were going home to our parents, and paid for the costumes to be hired for Thursday morning for all of the cast in full costume to go to Swan Libraries on the High Street to meet Terry Pratchett.
I'm literally itching all over.
No,
this
but
is so awful.
it went from something that we thought was funny to fuck. And we went into the drama office and Miss Cockaday was there and Mr. French, who...
Oh, so they brought in the big boys.
Yeah, the first thing I think he said was, this is great, we are so thrilled that you've managed to find this out, we're going to go for... And we were just joking, suspended for a week. It was... And, I really want to apologise to Miss Cockaday.
Did she cry or anything?
She was brilliant.
She did cry.
That's a heartbreak. That's
It
out
is
of order.
heartbreak. All right, murderer.
Anyway, time to reveal our mystery guest. Is it Lucy's beleaguered bride, Rylan's taunted teacher, or Fatia's drowning victim? Who is it? Now, Gemma, talk us through this. How many bridesmaids did you actually have at your wedding? Be honest.
I only had 2, actually.
They were taller than me, though, weren't they?
I don't think your height was a problem. I think it's personality.
To be honest with you, I was trying to cut costs.
Oh. It was too expensive for the fee, yeah.
Did she try and feed you cat shit at all?
Yeah. It was one of my oldest friends, and then I kind of had to have my sister-in-law because I was her bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Lucy's way down the pecking order, isn't she?
Did you have her as a bridesmaid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh, Gemma, that's...
After.
Oh, that's lovely.
After I'd ruined the atmosphere by the passive-aggressive poem.
It is hard, though, at weddings. I had, like, 12.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm divorced now, so fuck that.
Are you still married?
No.
See you later.
Gemma, what did you make of Lucy's poem when she read it out?
It was a surprise.
Can we hear it again? Because I
come on, Lucy. Come on, Lucy, please.
I feel awful now. There are people dying, wars being fought, families being torn apart, but you just enjoy yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much to our mystery guest, Gemma. Thank you. Now, Rylan, we didn't manage to get Ms. Cockaday.
I'm gutted.
But we did find your old headmaster.
Oh my God, that's Mr. Wellington!
Come on, Pumpkin.
Oh my God, no! So lovely to see you. Oh my God. No, honestly, no, genuinely, you do not realise what you've just done. That man there changed my life. He was always there for me. I've not seen that man since. I love him. I love that man. He's the kindest man you'll ever meet. Oh my God, that's really made my day. Honestly, that is so lovely. I could literally cry. Not that I've ever cried on telly before.
Rylan, you actually lose points because that was actually quite nice.
Fuck you, Mr. Wellington.
Now, Lou, you've at least appeared to seem interested for the last 10 minutes. Can you prove it, please? What are the scores? And please, Lou, I beg of you, just keep it simple.
Yes. Well, you know what I always say about this show, Mel? Yeah. It's drab, boring and uninspired. So I thought I'd bring back a bit of show business.
It's the story part of the show with unforgivable people I know. You name it, they've done it. Now let's use one. And yes, spin that wheel. Let's go!
Yeah! Lovely. Oh, girls, do you need help there?
I'll help you, Mel. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. And whenever you don't need me, I'll be there.
I don't like it.
And time...
It's made my willy go funny.
Time now for a break. I've always said it, I like my commercial breaks like I like my sexual encounters, less than 3 minutes long and featuring an interracial couple.